This video is sponsored by Ariat. Whether you're traveling for work or vacation, bringing your cowboy boots along is always a good idea. So today, I'm going to share some tips about traveling with your boots and bring you along on a trip to Germany. Let's get into it.
I'm just here to connect ya, and then I'll be on my way.
I'm here in the airport getting ready to go to Berlin, Germany. My wife's work is sending her to their office there, and I'm tagging along for the ride because why not? I'm bringing along 2 pairs of Ariat ostrich boots. These are the Ariat Futurity Relentless Buckles full quill ostrich boots, one in gray and one in olive. These are top line Ariats made in Mexico with super soft ostrich leather soles, 1.5-inch heels, and comfy Ariat insoles. Now, before I take you on a trip to Berlin with me, I want to talk just about a few tips and tricks to think about when traveling with cowboy boots. And the first #1 thing to remember is to make a little cleaning and conditioning pack. You might not be able to have your full conditioner because they won't go through TSA. So it's a good idea to buy some littler containers, right? And put some conditioner in there, put some saddle soap in a bag, bring a brush, a little rag. And I always recommend this to people when you're traveling, because one time when I was going to Washington, D.C., I was at a gas station and I had some spilled gas fall on my boots. And I'm not talking just like a little drop, I'm talking about it just like spilled all over both of my boots. And these were my first pair of boots, and they cracked. It was nasty. And if I had a cleaning kit with me, I would have been able to take care of that and they wouldn't have cracked as bad. Now, that does give them a little bit of character, but I know if you're traveling with a nice pair of exotic boots, you're not gonna want those to crack. You're gonna want those to last as long as possible. So put together a little cleaning and conditioning kit. If you're traveling with 2 pairs of boots and you're trying to pack one away, then it's also a good idea to sort of use all of this space in here. Pack away some socks, some shirts, some underwear, whatever you got in here, and use this space. Not only does it help, use up all the space in your suitcase, but it'll also help keep the shape of the entire boot. If you put a boot like this with nothing in it in your suitcase, it's gonna get scrunched down and kind of messed up. But if you actually put rolled up socks and shirts and stuff in here, it's going to keep that shape and it's going to look great by the time you unpack it. Speaking of packing boots away, it's also a good idea to put your boots in boot bags if you have any. They can just be cloth bags. It doesn't have to be anything serious. You just put your boots in there and it'll help, separate it from some of your other luggage and keep your boots from getting scratched up by, belts or other things, the zippers, things like that. So boot bags are always a good idea for your boots if you're traveling with them. They also make special suitcases, if you guys were interested, that just have certain containers for boots. I don't have any of those. I'm not super serious. Usually when I'm traveling with a pair of boots, I'm only traveling with the pair that I got on my feet. So this is kind of a special occasion where I get to travel with 2 pairs of boots, and that's why I got the boot bags, and I'm showing you guys these tricks. So my guess is a lot of you guys out there don't have special boot bag suitcases, but it is a thing if you are interested in that. When you're traveling with boots, it's important to know that you'll probably have to take them off at TSA or security. A lot of boots have nails in them, and you can see them here alongside the shank in this boot. And speaking of the shank, a lot of times the shank is also metal. So in a lot of cases, you're gonna have to take your boots off when you go through security. Sometimes even if you have that next level up of security clearance that gets you through, a lot of times people can leave their shoes on. Sometimes cowboy boots aren't included in that though. Speaking of taking your boots on and off, sometimes it can be tough to get those boots on and off in security. So try to wear as thin of socks as possible, and that also helps during the flight too, because for me personally, my feet tend to swell a little bit when I'm flying. So if you can wear thin socks, it's always a good idea to do that. And if you're just looking for boots to travel with, consider the leather that you're wearing. You know, leathers like snakeskin and fish skins and some of these other ones can be a little bit fragile, right? So you're gonna want something that's durable, but not too stiff or too tough either. Things like stingray and elephant are really tough leathers, and if they're not really broken in, it might be a pain in the ass to wear them on a flight. So ostrich leather is an awesome leather because it's so supple, it's soft, but yet it's very durable at the same time. So a durable leather that is also supple and soft like ostrich is a great way to go. Now, let's get on this flight and go to Berlin.
So let's head to the gate, jump on the plane, take to the skies, and voila, we're in Berlin, Germany. There's lots going on in this city, so let's get our bearings at the highest spot, the TV tower. This tower is more than 1,200 feet tall and was constructed in the mid-60s as a broadcasting facility and a symbol of communist power. And it's got the views. You can see nearly the entire city, and during this time of year, there are Christmas markets all over. So let's go check one out. Markets like these go back hundreds of years in Germany. They are serious about their Christmas around here. And all this Christmas can make a man hungry, so let's get some bratwurst. Wow, that's good. Time to wash it all down with some Glühwein, which is hot mulled wine, and you can find it nearly everywhere in Berlin this time of year. That hits the spot. These Christmas markets sure are special, but now let's continue our adventure in these Ariat cowboy boots. After a quick stop at the Brandenburg Gate, it's time to get the olive ostrich boots and head to the East Side Gallery, which is the longest stretch of the Berlin Wall still standing, and it features over 100 murals on the east side of the wall. The Berlin Wall separated the Soviet sector, East Berlin, from the Western French, British, and US sectors. This wall destroyed the lives of communities and families, and many died trying to escape the Western sectors. While the East Side has its murals, the West side of the wall is mainly graffiti, which started pretty much as soon as the wall was built in 1961. Let's switch boots again and head up to the Berlin Wall Memorial, where much of the wall has been torn down and replaced by metal cylinders that can easily be walked through. But when the wall did stand, it even went through some houses. Climbing up the memorial steps, we can see a section of the Death Strip, which gets its name because so many people died trying to flee from the eastern side. But now you can easily walk to the other side. With history like this, it's easy to see why Berlin is such an artistic and creative city. We saw that firsthand by visiting Dark Matter, which is a multimedia light and sound art installation facility. There are a ton of different rooms, and each one tells its own story. Plus, there's snacks between exhibits, more bratwurst and Glühwein. As we continue, we find a bonfire made of LED lights. You could even engage with the exhibits. At the Polygon Playground, you could climb the structure and it reacts to your movements. And it's easy to see how this could be my superhero origin story moment. Whoa! Then we made our way to the most powerful exhibit, the grid. Here, viewers lay underneath a grid of lights combined with powerful sound design that evokes emotion of calm to extreme anxiety. All in all, it was quite an experience. I really liked it. Just like the rest of my trip to Berlin in these Ariat Relentless Futurity Buckles full quill ostrich boots. And we are back from Berlin. My final tip, when you get back from your travels in your cowboy boots, be sure to give them a good conditioning when you get the chance. Because, when you wear boots a lot, you might want to condition them a little bit. All in all, I found these boots to be great for travel. The ostrich leather is super supple. It's very tough. It broke in really well. The Ariat insoles are really soft, really comfy. I had no problems with these boots, and they were pretty new too, so I was a little bit worried about taking them on a week-long trip, especially since I hadn't had the chance to break them in a lot before, but I really had no problem at all. They were both very, very comfortable. And that's thanks in part to the fact that Ariat does B widths, so both of these are my true size of a 12B. Narrow widths for the win, guys. Let's go. I had a great time in Berlin. What an awesome city. So happy I got the chance to explore. Huge thanks to Ariat for sponsoring this video and giving me the opportunity to tag along with my wife's work trip. If you're interested in getting either one of these boots, I have affiliate links in the description. Love you guys so much. If you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching this far, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Travel in your boots, my man. Get those souls on shores of distant lands and build memories for years to come. Thank you so much for watching today. Why don't you check out this other Ariat video up here? Or I got a music video down here. Don't forget to subscribe up here, and I will see you next time. Peace. Have a good one.